So I had this pool noodle and duct tape around my outside spigot. I put it there a couple of weeks ago because we had some cold spells and I wanted to insulate the outdoor so it wouldn't freeze. I'm here in South Carolina anyway. I go to cut on the water to water some tomatoes that I still am growing here in the middle of November, a week away from Thanksgiving, and I find this eastern garter snake stuck to my duct tape that was around my outdoor spigot. So it should be noted that I don't have a freakish fear of snakes, but I do have a fear of snakes. I've got some scissors here, I got some mineral oil, I can go get more water if I need to. He's tasted the air a few times. His neck is stuck really good to this tape, so I'm gonna try and see if I can cut off what I can and then just kind of see what happens with the rest. There he is. There's all my pool noodle and my tape and stuff. Started to free his tail, just the very tip end, and I got to looking at it and I was like, I don't want to hurt you. He's moving. See, he's alive. I don't think he likes me, but I want to try to help. All I was saying is, when I searched him on the internet, on my phone, it said he was an eastern garter snake, which says they're not venomous. My hope is that the photograph I submitted to Google is accurate and that this truly is an eastern garter snake. Because if he's something else and I don't know, I'm in trouble. But I'm trying to be brave. I'm trying to help him out. I want him to live. I want him to be able to resume somewhat of a normal life, if he can. Kind of glad that his head is glued to the tape, because if his head was not glued to the tape, we'd probably have a much shorter video. And he may not be alive, because then I would be freaking out. Okay. It kind of gives me the willies, I gotta be honest, because I know the more that I release him, the more his tail and his body is going to start wiggling around, and that kind of trips me out. I don't want him to move a bunch. I would just like him to be very still, you know. Do they make snake chloroform? This guy right here, he just lives off of worms and bugs and stuff, you know. He's just trying to get by. Here he goes, stumbling into a situation. I'm gonna try some of this mineral oil. Trying to rub it on his skin right there where the tape is stuck to it, to see if it'll turn loose any. Show you what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I have no idea if you can see what I'm looking at, but I'm pointing the camera in the general direction of where I'm, right in this area right here. That's where I'm trying to address. Anyway, if you're still watching this, then you must really love snakes. Let's see if we can work some of this here. Y'all, that was a huge success. Oh, he's trying to free himself. No, stop. You're going to tear yourself up. Easy. Oh, he's going to start whipping that tail around, and then I'm going to leave. Yeah, you're going to freak me out, little guy, and then I'm going to have to leave, and you're going to have to fend for yourself. All right, my dude. Let's do this. Let's cut away some of this excess tape. There's that. That's gone. Man, This is Gorilla Tape. Too bad it's not snake tape. He is trying. I can tell he's got fight. He's like, I think he can tell there's a chance he's gonna be able to, I was gonna say walk away from this, but that's not the right metaphor. He starts flexing those muscles like he's gonna leap up, and I'm like, don't do that, bro. Don't do it. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to remove the tape around the unstuck areas, and anything that has remained stuck, he's gonna have to get creative and figure out how to survive with that tape. So that's what's going on there. There's that piece of tape right there. It's stuck real good to his skin. I started to try to peel it off a little bit, and it started to peel his skin, and I felt so bad for the little guy. I didn't want to keep pulling. And you see his neck right here is stuck real good. And I hate that for him, her, whatever. I'm gonna put a little mineral oil on it. I don't want the mineral oil to go up to his face, her face, whatever. But I am gonna put a little mineral oil on it. My wife was the genius who came up with the mineral oil idea. That was a stroke of genius. Mineral oil is great for 101 things, and I would say it's now good for 102. You can use it if in a pinch to help loosen up the sticky tape. If a non-venomous snake accidentally gets stuck, so yeah. Oh. Folks, this is, you just don't even know. You don't even know how trippy this is for me. I'm just being honest. I could edit all my anxiety out of this video and be like, yeah, I handled business. Just being real. I'm being real upfront with y'all. This is not something I would want to spend any time doing. This is not fun for me. Not even a little bit. But this guy deserves a chance. This guy deserves a chance to live, and I want to do my part. So I've abandoned trying to get that little piece off of the tail down here for now, and we're just working on the head. And I'm not going to stay really working on the head because I know he's got this tiny little face and that tiny little tongue that sticks out trying to figure out what's going on. But I am not going to keep my fingers up around his mouth, her mouth, wherever. I know that that's so silly that I'm this giant, and this tiny little thing is like, look man, I'm just trying to live. Honestly, I don't want any more pain to come to this little organism. And I don't know how long she has been stuck there. I can't tell if they're healthy or if they're on death's doorstep. But I can tell you that nobody can say I didn't try to help this little rascal out, because I have. I'm going to take this snake and put it in my little garden, my little raised garden bed, because I don't want a bird getting him. Here he goes, right here. Ooh! Wow. He's on the move. You just look silly. like you're at a costume party. I mean, he's in full retreat mode. I'm just like, bro, be still. Let the mineral oil do its thing. I'll come back here in a little bit. If he doesn't leave, I'll try to work on him a little bit more. If he decides to leave, well, that'll be the end of the video, but at least you'll know that I tried. So I left for like 5 minutes, literally, like no more than 5 minutes. I went to go wash my hands to get the mineral oil off of my hands because I'm getting ready to eat some lunch. And I came out here. This is where he was. He was somewhere in this area right in here. He gone. But I did see one thing. That's a piece of tape right there. And that looks like the same piece of tape that was wrapped around his neck and the side of his head. So maybe he got that off of him. Unless he's hiding in plain sight. Oh, he is. He is. I see him. You can't see him. He's right there. Bless his heart. But his head is free. Hallelujah. I'm going to leave him alone. Maybe he can get that other little piece of tape around his tail removed. And then he'll be cooking with Crisco. Or should I say mineral oil? Sorry. Alright, that's it.